Howdy there, I'm Debbie Perez, your secondary ELAR coordinator. Today I bring you a short presentation that was developed to address the common issue among students of not being able to fully elaborate on their ideas. And for that I bring you the Feed Your Body strategy that will be utilized to develop ideas within students' essays. The first thing you want to go over with students is the 26-line pager that they have to create for the expository or persuasive essay, and how those 26 lines is basically broken up into several required components. The first is an introduction, a transition, then a body paragraph, another transition and another body paragraph, then a conclusion. The introduction specifically includes the hook, the line, and the sinker. It is 2 to 3 sentences, gets to the point, and the students gets to really talk about their topic, their position, and their general reasons. The body paragraphs, however, includes the topic sentence, the evidence, and the analysis of that evidence. It gives the students the opportunity to develop the first reason or the idea of the thesis. The second body paragraph develops the second reason or the second idea that was mentioned in the thesis. The conclusion allows students to reword the thesis and to really delve deeper. But then you have students who are confused when they get back their essay and they get comments like, "I need you to expand your idea, support your ideas, use proof, give examples, elaborate, be specific, support your thesis, write more." And for students, they felt they wrote as much as they could the first time. So what do these comments mean? And how can we help them actually develop their ideas within their essay? We just have to help them understand what these comments mean. We will specifically be addressing the evidence component of the essay within your body paragraphs. Remember, your body paragraphs are comprised of topic sentences, your evidence, and the analysis of that evidence. So this is really what determines how effective your essay is. This is the meat of your essay. We will specifically be talking about what kinds of evidence you can use within your essay. For this, we bring you the acronym FEED. FEED stands for facts, examples, explanations, and details. FEED statements can actually be derived from several components. It can be a local news story, a personal experience, a modern or historical example, or a literature or a movie example. The FEED statements that you see above were all taken from essays that were written about bullying. A local news story would read, "This year, a Dripping Springs student walked several miles home from school because she was being bullied and was upset." A personal experience may be, "When I became friends with Charlotte, a sunny cheerleader, my popularity increased for a few days. When I befriended Aaron, a shaggy-haired introvert, my reputation plummeted." A modern or historical example can be, "Political candidates like Mitt Romney are often judged for the lobbyist friends they keep. They can even lose votes. During the Red Scare, it became dangerous for people to be friends with known communists. Some lost their lives." A literature or a movie example can be, "In the Hunger Games, Katniss and Peeta experienced cruelty and bullying by the members of the more wealthy districts." If you start analyzing these FEED statements, you notice a few trends. 1, they specifically mention proper nouns or individuals. Notice the use of capital letters. This ensures specificity. The other thing that you will notice are descriptive statements. Several miles, a sunny cheerleader, shaggy-haired, dangerous, wealthy districts. These are terms that let the reader see and really understand what you're addressing. An even more powerful tool are those green words: introvert, plummeted, judged, cruelty, bullying. These are words that are strong in vocabulary or diction that really help get your message across. So from these, we know your feed statements must be specific, must include descriptions, must showcase good vocabulary. Let me give you another example. A non-example would read, Black citizens were discriminated against in the 1900s. That one doesn't have a lot of specifics or descriptions, and the vocabulary could be improved. What if you said, in the early 1900s, the Jim Crow laws relegated Black citizens into a lower social class by forcing Blacks to segregate themselves from white citizens. Based on this example, you can start to see the specifics. Notice the proper nouns that were included. Descriptions, when, and then the strong diction like relegated, forcing, and segregate. So what do you do after that feed statement? You provide the analysis. You can't just provide evidence and then not discuss how that evidence is linked to your topic sentence or your thesis. You have to really explain how your example proves your thesis. It's not enough to provide the evidence. You must comment on it. How will we comment? First, we'll fully explain how your facts, your examples, your explanations, or details prove your thesis. What is the example showing? Why is that specific detail important in your essay? You need at least 2 sentences where you analyze your evidence to make sure that you've really connected it back to your topic sentence. So let's look at some examples. Remember, when you analyze your feed statement, you have to fully explain how your facts, examples, explanation, or details prove your thesis. You include what the example is showing and why that detail is important in your essay. And remember, it's at least 2 sentences long. So if your evidence is, in the early 1900s, the Jim Crow laws relegated Black citizens into a lower social class by forcing Blacks to segregate themselves from white citizens, we have to think about how that feed statement can be elaborated on. How can we really show what the example is showing? And why is that detail important? And we're going to do this in at least 2 sentences. So what we're left with is your analysis. Back then, it was not okay for people of different races to be together, and the state punished anyone who broke the law. This clearly proves that people are judged by the company they keep. We may not have these laws anymore, but we have people who still place social judgments on these same groups. So that elaboration, that analysis is showing you why the feed statement is appropriate, and you're connecting that feed statement to your argument in your essay. You can use terms like, this clearly shows, or this proves, to ensure that you're analyzing your evidence. Now, reviewing the elements of a body paragraph, remember you start with your topic sentence, or your main idea. You include the evidence in the form of feed statements. It can be a local news story, a personal experience, a modern or historical example, or literary or movie example. We're going to use proper nouns, descriptions, and strong vocabulary. Then you're going to end your body paragraph with an analysis or commentary. Explain how your feed statement connects to your thesis. Here is the review of the essay and the different elements that we reviewed for the body paragraph specifically. What we end up with is an introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. This presentation specifically addressed what occurs in the body paragraph. And with that, we understand that we must feed our body in order to showcase the evidence and the strength of your argument in your essay. Thank you once again for sitting through this presentation with me. If you have any questions, please feel free to email or call our office and let us know how we can help you implement Feed Your Body within your classroom.